Donovan up like that. So it seems right now the Democrats, they've made 12 pickups and they need 218 to win control. So that's the way it is right now. They made 12 pickups, and the Republicans have made one pickup in the Senate, with Donnelly's seat flipping to Mike Brown now.
Sadly, yeah.
Sadly. That was definitely a big blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 12, that makes it what? How many more do we need?
To gain control of the House?
Yeah.
We're going to need to gain, I'll look on CNN on the top front page. They usually have the numbers here.
Yeah, so that's like 113 to 11, and it started off the night as 23, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it did start off the night with 23, yeah.
23, and then so that would be 11 more seats to go. That's how many more we gotta pick up. We've already picked up 12, and hopefully it's not going to be like a plus 65 or anything crazy like that, but it will be something very close.
Yes, definitely. And the Florida Board of Election has just called the Senate races too close to call.
Okay.
They are likely to hold a recount, as I am reading here. Bill Nelson, they still got some voting, though they have 98% still reported. They still got to count 2%. But Bill Nelson is now 50.2. Excuse me, Scott is 50.2. Bill Nelson 49.8. So very tight race.
Ooh, interesting here. 6%. John Tester up early.
Yeah, John Tester's probably going to win that. See, that's my prediction for that race. I probably won't be up to watch that race. It's probably going to be ending at like midnight. But I mean, just looking at this, I mean, Florida, I thought would end really early. But I mean, just again,
interesting.
Governor race, I think sadly is going to go to DeSantis. That would have been great, though, if we could have Gillum. But you really never know. I mean, because it's a 1% difference, but it's
still hanging in at
bigger
1%.
Margin. Yeah, it's still hanging at 1%. So I don't really know what's going to happen. But
could that be that could be possible grounds for recount? Would you say?
Oh, definitely. I mean,
definitely. I think they should recount both races.
They definitely should. I mean, even if the results are 1.5%, and say like Florida, you really don't know. I mean, they had some voting problems in Broward County. They had some voting problems as well in Miami-Dade and some in Hillsborough County and the more conservative areas. So I wouldn't really be that shocked if they still do have any problems with voting machines, which is probably the reason why that they've been taking so long, because they were actually supposed to have the majority of the election results already counted by 9:30, but yeah, that's right, 30 minutes over 45 minutes over that time.
All right, so now we're going to go over to Texas and what we have going on right now.
Ted Cruz is up by 0.9.
Yeah, Ted Cruz is up by 0.9, but I do want to get...
Now it's 1%. Now 1%. It's 1%. Yeah.
All right, so what I'm hearing is there still are some votes to come in traditionally Democratic areas, because I do want to go to the Senate. I do want to go to the Senate race back now to Ted Cruz. Beto, and it's looking pretty red here, and especially in the northern parts of Texas. But still, a lot of more votes to come in. Ellis, Hill, Navarro, those all haven't even been started yet. And Dallas, very early stuff. Webb, all these counties, I mean, there definitely could be a lot more. El Paso County is just 1 out of 192, so I think this race is far from over. Ted Cruz is up early, however. So I mean, I wish they could just count the votes faster. Like, I wish you could vote on the internet and we know, like, bam.
Yeah, that would be great.
Like, we wouldn't have to be up doing this for 3 hours and we just report the election results as they come in. But still,
that would be great. Yeah,
America's America, and that's pretty much the way it works. But still, there is some very, very rough stuff going on. But that is all right. What I'm going to ask you to do now is just So, do you still think we still have a chance in Texas?
Yeah, I think Texas definitely still do got a chance. Ted Cruz is though he's starting to gain on his lead, but it's only 23% in as well. and his lead is gaining definitely rather large compared to what it was before. Um, but I'm not completely worried
It's a
about that
2%.
race.
Apparently, NBC, because I can hear, I know in my other room, my parents are watching the NBC, and I could hear my mom like literally just scream because she's very much in, and it wasn't a good. Wasn't a good scream. It's only 2%, but still, there's a lot of votes still to come in these key counties,
Yeah,
and I
like
think
Florida. I mean, it's exactly like a state like Florida. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
they still got the Houston area. They still got San Antonio. They still got Dallas. They still got El Paso. Corpus Christi is actually tilting a little bit to the Republican for some reason this year. But that was, I think, they only had like 4% in the last time I checked the Texas map. But I think that that race is definitely going to be a good race to watch throughout the night because it's just going to go all over the place, I think, personally. Looking back as well at the main gubernatorial, Janet Mills has taken a commanding lead over Sean Moody, actually a 11.4% lead. It's actually kind of funny. The incumbent Maine governor, Paul LePage, says he's going to move to Florida and become a teacher in university. It's kind of funny. Yeah.
and he was like a crazy person, right?
Oh yeah, he was so conservative. He was against wind turbines. He actually banned any new wind farms
Oh,
in
there
Maine.
could be another pickup. Ben McAdams, 53% reporting in Utah's fourth, 54.9 to 45 right now. So
That's one that also you should be watching.
yeah,
Yep, this one's definitely going to be a good race to watch as well because Mia Love is going to have definitely a hard time to win this race, as her district really encompasses the majority of Salt Lake City. Even the southern parts of Salt Lake City still do have a pretty good Democrat stronghold. But as well, I mean, uh, her challenger.
Let's do a little bit of an update. Sorry, I hate to interrupt. We can do a
Yeah.
little bit of update of the Senate right now. 50.9 to 48.4. Just under 150,000 votes with 80% of the vote in Texas. It's going to be a very close race. Now to go to Florida, 50.3 to 49.7. 51,000 votes. It's going to be very, very tight. Possibly
Very tight.
a recount there with 99% of the vote in. Arizona, Kristen Sinema and Martha McSally. Kristen is ahead, 49.4 to 48.4 with 12,000 votes ahead. Very small amounts, 50% of the vote is in. But Texas only, New York Times has 21% in. That seems a little weird.
I'm looking off of CNN, not New York Times. But also tell you, Colorado, looked at the first openly gay governor, Jared Polis, the Democrat. He has won the Colorado gubernatorial election.
John Tester's still out on top, 53.0 to 44.2. But
that's very good, yeah.
Like a lack of pickups really for the for the Republicans. We already have one. We want to keep that very much limited for the Democrats too. And losing one seat is bad enough. We want to keep it the way it is. Although it probably will be 2 seats with Heidi Camp. Very big blow there. So yeah, we're gonna want to keep an eye on that. So yeah, razor thin margin, still just 1% with 98% reporting in the Florida governors. And yeah, I do want to ask if you could just take us till around 10:25, James, and then I will rejoin you, and we'll go further into some of the things to go to deal with this race. If you're fine with that.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
All right, so yeah, James is going to take you through now for the races to watch. And before I do, 59.5 to 37.1, it looks like Claire McCaskill's going down too. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's definitely going downhill pretty far.
All right, so yeah, James, take it away.
Yep. Looking at Claire McCaskill, she is going to have a very tough race. She's actually running against the incumbent Attorney General in Missouri, Josh Hawley. Pretty similar race to the Florida Senate race. Both the candidates are well known in their respective states. That's really what you want to get. You always definitely want to get name recognition because a lot of people don't really always vote based off of what they believe in. A lot of people based off of who they know and what they believe in sometimes, and also a majority of people vote based off of the party. But Missouri is definitely going to be a very tight race, I think, because we got Hawley, who backed by Trump in a state that Trump won by a commanding lead in 2016 as well. He is only within striking distance, 2.2% behind McCaskill with 17% reporting. So he's definitely within very big striking distance to McCaskill. Looking over as well into the Indiana Senate race again, Mike Braun is projected to win that one. He is right now is 11.9% above Joe Donnelly with 70% reporting. The New Jersey 7th District with Tom Malinowski, he's only down by 0.4 with 66 reporting. That's a very good congressional district to definitely be watching. Looking at FL 26, I have now projected that Debbie Marcelo-Powell is projected to win this race, as the Associated Press is.
All right, we got a little bit of a projection here coming, James. I'm going to have to interrupt.
Yeah.
Deb Fischer and John Barrasso have both won in Senate in Nebraska and Wyoming. Sorry. And Gary Trauner was defeated there by Wyoming. And all right, we're going to look into the Senate, and apparently MSNBC, they're moving quickly. I just got back from the other room, and they say that the House has pretty much they're projecting the House goes to the Democrats.
Yeah, I was even watching. I looked at Fox for a second earlier as well to see what they said. They said 87% for Democrats to take over the House, 64% for Republicans to take over Senate. They're definitely going to take over the Senate. That's not, a problem. I think 2020 is going to be the year where really Democrats can definitely take over the Senate. Sadly, though, I think that looking over here back at the Florida Senate race, he's not gaining that much ground. Nelson's still trying to look to see if they reported. No, we still got 1% left in Broward, and we got 2% left in Miami-Dade. Palm Beach has fully reported. Hillsborough County still has 2% as well. The Leon County, which holds Tallahassee, this is actually good. They still got 2% left as well, so that might help Nelson get over the top. Let's look at Alachua. Alachua County, Alachua, 5% left in that county. Nelson has a commanding lead over Rick Scott, actually. He has a little 24% lead right now over Rick Scott. So even if Rick Scott gets some votes, which he probably will, I'm not saying Nelson's going to get every vote of the 5% left in Alachua, but even if he gets the majority, that could definitely bring this race up to a 0.4 difference, 50.2 to 49.8, which that would be absolutely great to see. Not even mentioning the fact we still got Miami-Dade and we still got Hillsborough County. Hillsborough County, however, the fact they got a lot of registered Republicans in that county, so that definitely will probably water down Nelson's lead in that county. So hopefully Hillsborough comes in first, and then we get Dade and Alachua and Leon County. That would be good if we can get Hillsborough first, and then those other three counties last to see really what is going on. All the other conservative counties in Florida have fully announced their results. Actually, one county has 6% left. That is 50% to 50%. This is Monroe County, which holds the Keys and the western part of the southern tip of Florida.
Which is probably going to be Democrat, right?
So Hunter's there. Hunters are typically Republican, but the Keys have a large Democrat population. So we got 6% still left there. Right now they're tied. Nelson's up by 2 votes, 50% right now in Monroe. So that's one of the reasons, probably that county is probably the reason why they still haven't called the race, due to the fact they still got 6% left to vote. And that also might be the reason why, looking as well now back at the governor race, Gillum has gained 0.1, 49.9 and 48.9, a perfect 1% difference between both the candidates. Looking over as well back to Texas, Cruz is